Now, we've told you so many times that the Democrats are coming for your guns. Of course, they try to be sneaky about it. But today, Jerry Nadler finally said the quiet part out loud.
Would anyone on the other side dispute that this bill would ban weapons that are in common use in the United States today?
Would the gentleman yield?
I would, for an answer to that question.
Yeah, that's the point of the bill.
So to clarify, Mr. Chairman, you're saying it is the point of the bill to ban weapons that are in common use in the United States today?
Yes, the problem is
if the gentleman will yield.
Joining me now is the man who got Nadler to squeal, Congressman Dan Bishop of the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, this is about gun confiscation nationwide. Nadler admitted it. You got him to admit it. Good for you.
Well, it's true, Laura. You know very well that the Heller decision held in 2008, the Supreme Court's decision that weapons that are in common use can't be banned under the Second Amendment. People have a right to keep them and bear them for self-defense. But that's what Jerry said. They marked up the bill to ban weapons of which the AR-15s and the like, and ammunition magazines, of which there are tens of millions in the United States. And they're just going to defy the United States Supreme Court. That's what they've made clear.
So the AR-15, all the mags that people buy, and they're kind of they're not meant to last forever. So you can't just have one or two. You have to have, if you're a gun enthusiast, you want a decent supply of those. So their goal would be no more of those at all. Period.
Well, and as Laura, I mean, there are people at all times. About 2.5 million of them were sold last year. So people are, facing the conditions in cities where there's disorder and crime, the defunding of police, even in an earlier segment on your show, and more people are concerned and want to have weapons for protection. But Democrats want to ban them, and once they ban these, it's clear they're going to come for more. So that's what they're going to do. They've made it very clear, and unless we stop them, they're going to get it done.
Well, they're just driving up the sales of AR-15s, I see today. So Democrat Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy wants to go after the gun makers as well, Congressman, and also end up involving a whole new federal agency to do it. Watch this.
I think that the FTC should absolutely go after these gun makers in the way that they market their weapons of war to teenagers and young adults. It's time for the FTC to go after these gun makers for the way in which they place these weapons in video games like Call of Duty. They use social media influencers to get teenagers to want to be like those celebrities.
Congressman, this seems a bit off the mark even for Democrats, but you got to hand it to them. They're going to use all tools in their toolbox to try to make it impossible for gun manufacturers to exist, kind of like what they're doing with the oil companies.
Well, our markup is still going on at this hour, Laura. I'm going to rejoin it, but they've got another bill to repeal a law passed in 2005 to keep gun manufacturers from being targeted by plaintiffs' lawyers to try to destroy the industry. They're going to at least put through the committee and put through the House a repeal of that bill as well. They mean what they intend to do. They have no respect for the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms.
Congressman, we're actually hearing that the legislation has moved through the Judiciary Committee, so that just broke. So Republicans, you got your work cut out for you across this country. Make your voices heard, and the Senate's going to have to stop this. But Congressman, scary for all of us who believe in the Second Amendment. Thank you for doing your part to stand up for it. But that legislation is moving through.